Hey guys, Joe here, and this is the third time I've had to film this because OBS was filming my desktop the whole time and didn't get the footage. Yay! This is my first video on Ghost of Tabor on this channel. I am an IRL GunTuber, so this is like a GunTuber tries or GunTuber plays shooting extractor, etc., etc. I have a lot of experience with real-life firearms, and I do enjoy a glitching hey, what's up, what's up, what's up, and I do enjoy a game now and then. I have a lot of stuff in my bunker that I'm going to show you, along with some tips and tricks and ways that you can enhance your playing experience in this game, because there are a lot of flaws. This game has a ton of flaws, yet it is still a fun game to play. I am not changing my review on Steam. I don't care. I stand by everything that review says. But before we get going, let me preface it by saying I am a PvE player. I do not play PvP. I'm extremely disabled. I have no feet. If I stand up in VR with a headset on, I go and fall over and die, and then my dog will eat my corpse, and then he'll get sick, and then he'll go arf and die, and we don't want that. Stop that. This is my way of having some fun. So PvE, I'm solo. I play with one of my buddies, Stone. Get back in the game, Stone. And I want to show you what I'm doing because he's going to help me do missions next wipe. Trust me. They just added updates, and I'm sure a wipe is coming probably in the next month and a half. Last time was 3 months. It's been 2.5. It's been 10 weeks now, so we'll see what happens. Look, it's your favorite dude from back in the day. This is your bunker. It is Halloween themed because it is coming up on Halloween. If you have DLC installed, and I do, you get a couple of gear techs as well as some extra armor. Other than that, this room is useless. There is normally an award here, but I tried to sell it and it hasn't repopulated yet. It will when you close out the game. Coming out into the vault, I have 76,439,176 Karuna. I'm going to call it dollars or Karuna interchangeably. Just deal with it. That is the currency of Tabor. See, pretty cool looking money. Padasat. Yeah. You want to put that back, by the way, because then it brings your number back up. So yeah, as you can see, I have more than enough money to last me. I don't have to actually play this game, and I'm going to make it interesting in order to keep myself playing it. And I will have to point out that this is the fourth time I filmed this, so you will see some stuff that might look a little bit odd as we go through it. Just bear with me. Coming here to the crypto room, you can see I have 4 racks running GPUs. They upgraded the details, so instead of looking like GTX 290s, they all now look like RX 590s. I believe Exfil Zone has it looking like RTX 20 series. Anyways, it's cool. They generate 120 Karuna per minute. You're like, oh wow, 48 graphics cards, 120 per minute. But that means 7,000 per hour and 150,000 per day that you maintain fuel in your bunker. And if you have your intel room to level 4 like this, I'm pretty sure you're playing every day. The shooting range, I was goofing around in here. I don't actually ever use it because the whole game is a shooting range. Your generator, when you first start playing, that is blown up. So you come in here, you take fuel that's normally there, put it in your generator. It'll usually come to here because level 1 is shit. And then you can eventually max it out. That is 2 full gas cans, and that will last me over a day. I have a grow room, which is another way to semi-passively make money. You do have to spend money on seeds and water, and when you do that, you will be growing weed. Takistan product. The hitboxes on some stuff. Invisible dome. But yes, once these are fully grown, you will harvest them and use them to make meds, or you can sell them. Don't do that. It's not worth it to grow them if you're just going to sell them. Let's start with the lower bunker here. This is your main kiosk. It's where you get missions, contacts. You can choose where to play and see what your region pings are. I'm more than likely on the Miami one with a 40 ping. I'd rather be on the 33 ping, but hey, at least I'm not in Japan. 231 ping. Holy shit. This is where you choose your mission locations. They've added dynamic weather and moving time. Pretty fun. I always play when it's more daylight, although I've heard rumor that if you play at night, you get better loot. Missions are very critical. You need to level up your traders to get access to better materials, bunkers, things like that. It's also fun, and you get lots of cool shiz, such as cards and everything. And my cable for my headset is tangled. Give me a second here. All right, I am so good. As you can see, I've spent so much money with Jiri and with Spectre, but Jiri mostly because of gas and stuff, as well as containers. Yes, that's right. But when you do the quests, you get massive bumps. You get free stuff for doing missions. Like I have that one going right now, which I will complete because that's easy to do. Although there's some missions I can't do because as a single PvE player, only killing 3 enemies in Missile Silo is almost impossible. Almost impossible. It's very doable, but you're going to take a lot of damage, and I'm not in any way healthy enough to deal with that shit. Same thing with like not Hannah's missions, but like a Spectre mission. You can only kill, or Minty, you can only kill 10 enemies in Matka Underground. But to get to where you need to drop that backpack, there's 14 enemies in the way. So you need teammates to kill them for you. It doesn't count against your count if it's people that are just in raid with you. So you need to do that, set that up. But once you've done that, you will make a lot of money. Here's a tip for you. When you get Merchant of Death to level 2, or if you have DLC, it's automatically there. You will have a list of things you can do to make massive amounts of money. Killing 20 phoenixes with SMGs without dying is huge in PvE. It's 150,000 Karuna per instance. And the best part is, this game thinks that AK alphas are SMGs, so it doesn't differentiate. So you can play Island or Chotav Mall and in one raid kill 20 and make 150k on top of all your loot. I've done that a lot. I will be doing that a lot moving forward. Let's go to the board and show you why you died to scavs. Number one, if you think that there is actually AI in this game, you dumb. When you can go to Chotav Mall, walk in a door, and stand behind one of the phoenixes and he doesn't move and you can shoot him in the head, that's because this game uses what is, basically, I'm referring to it as grid location or GPS location tracking, along with an infinite field of view. So this is a rough grid. You can see I wrote labs on a square. So this is Island at Tabor. That's the labs. These are the guards that are usually out front. Well, a standard field of view for an AI NPC is 115 to 125 degrees, etc. These are estimates, of course. So you did that in yellow. So you would then draw an imaginary line, and that should be how far out they can see to detect a player. Yet you get hit from 100 meters away perfectly with a Makarov because they don't have simple 120-degree field of vision. No, they use grid markers. So when you cross this invisible line, and you're in the field of vision, you automatically trip the defenses. The problem is they have infinite fields of vision. It's 130 degrees here, but as you can see, it just keeps spreading out because they can see. Normally, if you cross like right here and it was real AI, it wouldn't trigger it because you'd be outside of his field of vision. But because this has bullshit enhanced field of vision, as soon as you cross a line, this is my guess, but I've seen it happen too many times, they will automatically target and shoot you. The fact that you can walk in that door, shoot him in the back of the head, and he doesn't move, yet if you go into the next room, kill the one phoenix standing, but a phoenix on the back of a closed wall who's facing you will detect you when you get too close and try to shoot you through a closed grate. That doesn't sound like AI. Let's go into my trade room. Right off the bat, I have a lot of streamer items. Many of these were given to me for doing missions. If you're PvE, it's harder to do some of the maps, so they give you a lot of rewards. I think it does in PvP as well. I haven't actually played PvP, and I have no intention to. I like a solo experience. That would be a middle finger if this was on Index. Items have been removed from the game, yet they still exist. The Lonely Viper, the Rage Sack, and the Catnip, I believe, are no longer findable in Raid. They were replaced by ones like Luck of the Irish and Nolix Toilet Paper, either because they're no longer creators that are signed up for the partner program, or they just don't get along. I would never get it even if I was streaming, because I've been very vocal about how shitty some of their dynamics are, and the fact that every time they update, they break their game, which they've done 3 times in the last 3 days, so I'm not wrong. Timeless VR and Proxy Boom are my 2 favorite creators. I watch both of them on playlists just in the background while I'm playing normally. TDVR is cool. He's a very, very, very arrogant player, but he's a very, very, very good player. So I understand his arrogance. And he inspired me to do the 0 to hero bunkers, and I've done it twice now. And I'm doing it for a third time. That's why I'm showing you some of this stuff. A lot of this stuff is going to go away, such as the non-streamer items. I'm keeping streamer items and boss gear right off the rip. These electronic wallets all have at least 10K. One of them has like 80K on it, but they have at least 10K. That's why I was keeping them. Extra GPU, collectible figures. This is a new item, skill tissue. I have them in every room just because I thought, hey, you know, you might as well LARP a little bit. And all of these were newer added junk items that are worth a lot of money. Over here are all my spare streamer items. As you can see, I have a couple of sabers, another catnip, a loaf of toast. This is by far on Island the most common streamer item. I had a bunch of Alpha Bro dumbbells, but I sold a few of them. Now I wish I didn't, but you know, when the wipe comes, you lose them anyway, so it doesn't matter. The LBAV and some of this stuff are from the 6-hour rations, which I need for my 0 to hero. These skill issue books are not streamer items. They just come from airdrops, and you can actually find them in drawers in Raid, so keep your eyes open. Proxy booms, extra bombs, and crawler juice. None of the streamer items are going anywhere. Everything else is. And yes, I do have secure containers. I buy them every time I can because why not? It also hides your money. I don't know why that matters, but just seems like it should be. But yeah, as you can see, I have 1 flare. I've found 2 this entire wipe, both of which on top of labs. I know where the other one spawned, but I don't bother looking. 2 of the 500,000 poker placard. One was found in an airdrop. The other one was actually just on a shelf in Mansion. So keep an eye out for that over near the fireplace. And then poker chips. You find these in vaults. I don't have a ton of them. Honestly, I probably missed a few of them at first, but I also have not run that many purple key cards since the loot refactor because, well, honestly, the vaults suck ass. TDVR did a good video series where he's checking each card, and with his input and community input, he has made a lot of progress, but they're still not back to where they were. You should still get key card refunds in vaults. Here's another tip for you, one that I didn't do last time I filmed this. Let's say that you want to put this back in my orange stack. Well, if I want to put it over here, I can't because I'm colliding with my own hand. If you run into that also when you're filling your backpack, simply take the item, push it up against something in game, and move your hand forward. Now, as you can see, no interaction problem. My hand is actually right there now. So I can go ahead and put my key card back. Yeah. Anyways, I can put the key card back, and I need to reorganize this box anyways because I've used a lot of my cards. This is my mission prep shelf. I keep nerds that I make with the Takistan product. I need to process the rest of that before I do the bunker wipe. Food for missions. Food is essential. This is not something I consider a 0 to hero elegance, although the promodals are, so those will all go away. Bandages, again, are necessary. Water is necessary. Chernobyl drinks, if it's found in Raid, I'm going to keep them. You can buy them, but that gets expensive. And yeah, so that is here. The only wipe reward I have is the M9. Because oh yeah, I forgot I charged it. I've only been playing since just before the current wipe. Get rid of that. This is my bag of Takistan stuff. We get rid of that. I don't need the money, but I need the nerds because I will not be purchasing any more med supplies after I wipe the bunker. Let's go to the market. Oh yeah, it's all on the floor. So I've been using these shelves to store ammo and backpacks because, quite frankly, the food is not worth taking up 6 shelves, and since they replaced a bunch of shelves, you lose all that space. Coming in here, I have a grenade shelf. I'm getting rid of all the grenades. And this is actually where I was storing a lot of stuff. AK Alpha is my favorite gun. We'll put that there for now. I store secure containers here, and that's where they'll all go. So I'm intending to have this completely full before the end of the wipe because you can put multiples there. So there's 3 of them right there. You can even hide money in them. I'll show you guys how in another video if you're interested. A lot of accessories that need to go away. Do I have any Barrett suppressors? No, I don't. I sold those already last wipe. But yeah, I'm going to be setting up this room exactly the same. So red dots, optics, lights, lasers, accessories, grips, suppressors will go on the top. And yeah, that's just a good place to put them all. I only keep enough to set up like 5 or 6 guns. I don't keep 100 grips because that's just silly. In here is where you manufacture your nerds and your Bandages, you put a Takistan product in here, close it, close the lid, and when you do that, it crafts your nerds. Now, I have the max med room right now, as far as I know, and I only craft 4. I guess back in the day, you used to craft 6, but that extremely broke the game, so they reduced it by 2. Whatever. Bandages, you make 3 at a time using a roll of toilet paper, and then you have those as well. I need to do that, process all those, and keep them, although again, I think that might be partially cheating, but I don't care. Coming in here to the storage area, this is the first major tip I have for you guys. Well, part of it. If you have a bag that can have your modules on the outside edge, do that because it frees up the entire internals. Also, drum mags go into the primary ammo pouches without increasing their size. It increases the weight, but not the size. So why would you do this? Try to fit that in there, and then you lose all that space when you can do that. Also, that's what I've done here on the shelves. 1 drummy equals 6 drummies when they're in a pouch. So that's my tip to you. Also, it looks neater. You can just pick up the pouch, put it on your vest, or you can pull the magazine out. There you go. So I have all of those, pistol, and in here more rifle and shotgun and other guns. And then over here, this shelf is pretty much useless, so I have a flight recorder and 2 batteries. When I say it's useless, you can't stack higher than this brick. Basically, I think it's even a little lower than that. So it has to be items that are smaller than that. However, there's not a lot of room. So this shelf is basically useless. I should replace it with one of those because that one allows you to stack up to like here. They put in these stupid shelves because I believe in maybe the next wipe they'll enable bins for junk storage like in exfil zone, so they have these in most of the major rooms. Good, great, except it's not active now, so you're forced to manipulate the system to store shiz. In here is where I was storing mission critical things, lenses, things like that. Since I'm wiping the bunker, it doesn't matter. You okay? Cool. That's not appropriate, bro. Thank you. Scrap metal, etc. Confidential files, they're thin, they fit in almost any bag, and they're worth like 12, 15K. I can't remember exactly how much because I haven't sold them in a while. Power supplies, SSDs, processors, RAM sticks, you need to store all of those. Extra graphics cards, who cares? I would get rid of the ones in my Intel room for the wipe if I could, but you can't, so I won't. War metals, they're worth a bunch. Matroskas, rubber duckies, they're all worth money. And they're all going away. Next, let's go to the Armory. Because I have DLC, I already had Armory 2 in there, but I also have unlocked Armory 3. I have several boss kits because in the last 2 weeks I've started fighting the bosses. So I have boss kits and I'm keeping the boss kits. I really wish this was a boss gun. I can buy it and I actually have a plan to do just that. But it's cool and it looks better than the Street Sweeper. Honestly, Nikolai, get your shit together. But yeah, I'll be doing that. One gun I won't be selling is the MCX Spear because that is not purchasable in the store anymore. In the market, they took it out and I didn't realize it. It has the UU2 on it, and look at that gooch. M1 SAS, those will be going away because you can buy those. M4 will go away. The M249, I got that from a mission, so that will stay. What I will be doing is I will be taking my kits and my weapons that I want to keep, and they will be coming in here, either going in a bag on the wall, in one of the lockers, on a mannequin, and I won't touch them until I kill that same boss in my new version, the wipe. That is the best way I can think to do it. MDR is a great close quarter weapon, by the way. If you're in the mall, just keep the change, you filthy animal. My dog just farted. The hitbox on revolvers is so ridiculous that I can't put them on that wall, and it's really annoying. These are fun guns. I have them in real life. Headphones. I didn't like them when they came out. I got used to them, and then they screwed with them again. So now I don't like them again. I don't run headphones at all right now. More boss kits. I had the full Kurtek kit minus the gold TT because I didn't pick it up, but I lost it when I fell off a roof. The gold SKS and the TSVL8 will be staying along with all my XM250s, but everything else will be going away. I'm keeping all of my ammo because, god damn it, you need ammo if you're going to be a scav anyway, and a lot of this was found in raid. All this armor piercing was found in airdrops or in actually some high-end drawers in game. I just randomly found these in boxes and drawers. Up here, standard ammo, same issue, found in raid. I'll keep all of that. The brass I buy, I leveled up Shiro to be able to buy the brass jars. I don't like finding brass. This is one of the most annoying things in the game. And when I do the kill 28 Fenix with SMGs, it allows me to pay for all of that shit without actually affecting my money. Love armor piercing 7.62 by 39. I really hope I find an AK Alpha in raid. I will be using my key cards on the... What are you trying to grab, dude? What the He is... What is... I thought my game froze. Was there something there? Yeah, there's a ghost. Look at that. Hello. Anyway, but that is my intentions with my game. Mamba gear stays. I like Mamba gear. It's lighter than tier 5, but almost as effective. It gives protection level 5 versus protection level 6. I'll probably buy one of those at some point. I can buy things in the market as long as I don't spend more or any of my money. You know, does that make sense? I'll explain it to you when I do that video. So that's it. This is my bunker. This is how it's set up. And next time you see it, it will be empty minus the Halloween shiz. And maybe Bunker Cat. The headphones made Bunker Cat loud, but since I'm not wearing them anymore, I'll bring Bunker Cat back. If you have any questions, leave them down below. Comments, leave them down below. Come back for the next video. And as always, I will talk to you later.